Welcome back, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, your digital classroom, where you will get the help for your total English, text, grammar, writing and spoken English all in one. Besides, you will get the necessary hints and effective suggestions of English for your bright result in the coming examinations. So keep the channel always subscribed. Today I will give you the part 4 of this lesson, narration change, direct and indirect speech. In this video, I'll show you how easily you can change the narration of imperative sentences from the direct speech to the indirect speech. Finish the video and see the narration change of imperative sentences is completely under your command and control. So let's start. Our day's topic is narration change, direct speech and indirect speech, imperative sentences, part 4. We'll learn the narration change of imperative sentences under 3 sections. It will be discussed under 3 sections. Section A. Section A deals with the normal imperative sentences that begin with the verbs and express order, request and advice. That begin with the verbs. See the example. Go there. Go is the verb. This sentence begins with go. And see the next example. Come here. This sentence also begins with the verb. So this is the normal imperative sentence. And these are the normal imperative sentences that begin with the verbs and express order, request and advice. Okay. Now section B. This section will deal with the imperative sentences that begin with let. But express order, request and advice like the normal imperative sentences that begin with verbs as in the section A. Okay, so this section deals with the imperative sentences that begin with let but express order, request and advice like the normal imperative sentences that begin with verbs as in section A. See the example, then it will be clear. Examples. Let him do that. Let him do that. This sentence begins with let, but it is working like the ordinary normal imperative sentence of section A. Let him do that work. It is expressing an order or a request or a piece of advice. Okay, so this section, the second section or section B, is dealing with the imperative sentences that begin with let but work like the normal imperative sentences that begin with the verbs to express order, request or advice. And the last section, section C, deals with the imperative sentences that begin with let. This section also deals with the imperative sentences that begin with let but express proposals or suggestion. Here section B deals with the imperative sentences that begin with let but those imperative sentences express order, request and advice like the normal ordinary imperative sentences. But section C deals with the imperative sentences that begin with let but express proposal or suggestions. Okay, see the example. Let us go there. Let us do this. These are the proposals or suggestions. So imperative sentences and their narration change will be discussed under 3 sections, section A and section B and section C. Now see section A, narration of imperative sentences that begin with verbs. Section A you have learnt deals with the imperative sentences that begin with verbs and express order, request or advice. Okay, see, to change the narration of the imperative sentences that begin with verbs, you have to follow some rules. Rules to follow. You have to follow the first particular rule, the rule about the reporting verb change. The reporting verb is to be changed to order, request or advised according to the necessity of the sense of the reported speech. So reporting verb is to be changed to order or request or advice in the indirect narration. And rule number 2, the rule is about the selection of connective. You know, here the connective is to. So you have got the first rule and the second rule, and with these two rules you have to follow all the three general rules. The first general rule is the rule about the pronoun change, you know, and the second rule is about the change of the reported verb, and the last general rule is the rule about the other words change in the indirect narration. All these three general rules are applicable along with these two particular rules. Okay, now see the examples. He said to me, first example, he said to me, please help me. Come one by one and see what happens. First come to the reporting verb. It is please, so reporting verb will be changed to request. It is the past tense, so it will be requested. So he requested me, and the connective is to. So up to this you have got he requested me to, and please will be out. For this please, requested is used, so please is out and this part is left. So he requested me to help me. But you know, me is a pronoun. It is the first person pronoun, so it will be changed in the indirect narration according to the number and person of the subject of the reporting speech, you know. So here he is the third person singular number. Okay, so me will be changed to him here. So your final answer is he requested me to help him. Now see the second example. The general said to the soldier, stop here. General, military general, so it is natural that he will order the soldier. So the general ordered the soldier. The reporting verb is changed to ordered. So the general ordered the soldier, and to is the connective, you know. So the general ordered the soldier to stop here. No, not here. Here will be changed to there, you know, in the indirect speech. When the time and place of the event are changed in the indirect narration, here they are changed. For this, here will be changed to there. And your final answer is the general ordered the soldier to stop there. Okay, now see the third example. The doctor said to the patient, take rest for a week. The doctor said to the patient, obviously it is a piece of advice. So change the reporting verb to advise, and it will be the doctor advised the patient, and to is the connective, you know. So the doctor advised the patient to take rest for a week. So there is no other thing to change in the indirect narration. So this is your final answer. The doctor advised the patient to take rest for a week. Okay. Now see the fourth example. He said to me, do not go there. a negative sentence. Okay, so see, you can understand. So see, from this sentence you can understand whether it is a request or it is a piece of advice or it is an order. When this type of situation you get, change the reporting verb to the tail verb. Here the reporting verb is say in the past tense, so tail verb is in the past tense. So he told me, and not is there. Use not before the connective. This is the point for you to note. Use the not before the connective. So it will become, he told me not to go there. Never use he told me to not go there. Don't do this. Not will be always used before the connective. So your final answer is he told me not to go there. But if you don't like to keep not in the sentence, then use the verb forbid. So it will become he forbade me to go there. Here you can't use not again because the sense of not is inside the verb forbade. So your final answer here, in this case, he forbade me to go there. This is the affirmative sentence, and he told me not to go there is the negative sentence. Clear? Now go to section B. Section B. Section B deals with the imperative sentences with let, expressing order, request, and advice. And here you have to follow some rules also. Rules to follow. The first particular rule, reporting verb. Here the reporting verb is to be changed to order, request, and advised. You have already learned. So change the reporting verb to order, request, and advise according to the sense of the reported speech. And next particular rule, rule number 2, the connective selection. Here the connective is different. Connective is that. Okay, connective is that. And after that, the subject will be used first. After the subject, use might or might be allowed to. After that, use the verb. So first connective, then the subject. After that, might or might be allowed to. After that, verb, etc. And let will be completely out. Okay, so you have to follow these two particular rules plus all the 3 general rules are applicable here. All the 3 general rules means rule number 3, the rule is about the pronoun change, and rule number 4 is the rule about the reported verb change, and rule number 5 is the rule about the other words change in the indirect narration. So with these two particular rules, all the 3 general rules are applicable here. See the examples, then your idea will be clear. See the first example. He said to me, please let him go there. See the use of the word please. It is saying that the reported speech here is a piece of request. So change the reporting verb to request. It is said, for this it is requested. So he requested me that. After that, subject will be used. Here let will be out. As soon as let is out, him will be changed to he, and he is the third person pronoun, and it will remain unchanged in the indirect narration in the reported speech. So the subject is he. So he requested me that he, and after the subject you have to use might or might be allowed to, then the verb, etc. So your final answer is he requested me that he might or might be allowed to go there. Now see the second example. The doctor said to us, let him take rest. The doctor is saying, so obviously it is advice. So change the reporting verb to advise in the past tense. So the doctor advised us that, and after that subject will be there, and when the let is out, him is immediately changed to he. So the subject is here he, as he is the third person pronoun. So it will remain unchanged in the reported speech of the indirect narration. So your final answer is the doctor advised us that he might or might be allowed to take rest. Okay. Now come to the last section, section C. And this section deals with the imperative sentences with let, expressing proposal or suggestion. Here you have to follow some rules. See the rules to follow. The first rule, change the reporting verb to propose or suggest. Use to after propose or suggest if there is any object after it. Okay, so change the reporting verb to propose or suggest. Number 2, connective. Select one connective, that is the connective here, and remember after the connective the reported speech will start with the subject. After the subject there will be a should, after should there will be the verb, and let will be out. So with the first rule, second rule, all the three general rules are applicable except the third rule. That means the third rule is not applicable here. The rule of the pronoun change, the third rule is not applicable here. For the pronoun change, this part has its own rule. Okay, now see the example. Examples. First example, he said to me, let us play football. It's a proposal. So change the reporting verb to propose. See, he proposed to me. To is used because there is an object after propose. So he proposed to me that is the connective. Now come back to the reported speech and see what happens. Here let will be out. As soon as let is out, us will become we. And when let is out, let will leave one should after we. So when let is out, the reported speech will become we should play football. So he said to me, we should play football. Okay. Now place we should play football in the indirect narration and you will get he proposed to me that we should play football. Now one thing you must note here, that we remains unchanged in the indirect narration, but it was contradictory to rule 3 because it is the first person pronoun, and the first person pronoun is always changed according to the number and person of the subject of the reporting speech, but it is not so here. We remains unchanged here. How? To understand this, you have to come to the reporting speech. See the reporting speech. If the reporting speech has any first person pronoun, then we will remain as we. We will remain unchanged. There will be no change in we. If the reporting speech has any first person pronoun, it is first person and we is also the first person. So we will remain unchanged in the indirect narration. So your answer is here. He proposed to me that we should play football. It is one rule. And go to the second example, then you can understand the other rules. Number 2. He said to you, let us play football. See the reporting speech. The reporting speech has no first person pronoun. It has the second person pronoun. So this we will be changed to the second person pronoun. That means we will become you here. See the answer. He proposed to you that. Now come here to the reported speech, and here the process is the same. Let will be out, us will become we, and there will be one should. So this we will be changed to you, as the reporting speech has no first person pronoun. It has the second person pronoun, and second person pronoun is dominant here. So your answer is, he proposed to you that you should play football. Now see the third example. You said to me, let us play football. Now see, you proposed to me that. Again come here to the reported speech. You know, let will be out and us will become we should. Okay, so we should play football, but we will remain here as we will remain unchanged. This we will remain unchanged because the reporting speech has a first person pronoun. When the reporting speech has a first person pronoun, we will remain unchanged in the indirect narration. So what has happened here? You proposed to me that we should play football. Now see the fourth example. He said, only the third person pronoun, no first person pronoun, no second person pronoun, only the third person pronoun. So here us will be we and we will be changed to the third person plural number. So we will be changed to they, and your answer will be he proposed that they should play football. They should play football. So here us means we is changed to they. Here us means we remains unchanged here, and here we is changed to you, and here in the first example us means we remains we. Why it is like this? See the rule here written. If the reporting speech has the first person pronoun, we will remain unchanged and it will become we should plus verb this way. If the reporting speech has the second person pronoun and first person pronoun is absent, then we will be changed to you, second person pronoun, and it will become you should plus verb. And if the reporting speech has only the third person pronoun, the first person pronoun and the second person pronoun are absent, in that case we will be changed to the third person pronoun and it will become they should plus verb. This is the rule to change the pronoun in this type of sentence. Okay students, today you learned all the details of the narration change of imperative sentences. When the total narration change of all the sentences are finished, I'll give you some exercise on them. Do the works then very well and your learning will be complete. I'll soon come back with another part of this lesson series. So stay attached, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Share the video with your friends and classmates. Thank you very much for your patience and participation. See you soon.